This is video 4 of week 1. So we have now looked at an interesting case study. This is just an example that we will actually recover later on. But now that we know who we are talking about, let me just give you an idea of what we're going to be dealing with, or we're going to be focusing on in this first part of the multilingualism course. We will focus on the cognitive aspects of multilingualism, and specifically on the questions of how do children acquire several languages at once or in a sequence. How do they do it? What stages they go through, and so on. And we are going all the time to have an implicit comparison and sometimes an explicit comparison between multilinguals and non-multilinguals. So the questions that we will have in the background all the time will be, do multilingual people show any cognitive characteristics as a group which distinguish them from monolingual people? And whenever you talk about cognitive characteristics as a group, you have to be very careful, because you assume that two groups are going to be the same except for those cognitive, the same except for the variable that you are studying, which here would be being monolingual versus being multilingual. And of course, that is very complex because people are different on a whole array of parameters, not only on speaking only one language versus many languages. So that I'm going to be repeating all the time. Keep in mind that when we're making the comparison between multilingual people versus monolingual people, they're still people. They're still very different individuals that vary on all kinds of psychosocial and personal characteristics. But still, we're going to make this huge simplification, which is the difference between those are going to be, the relevant difference is going to be whether they speak one language or more than one language. Okay. And a final question that I'm going to target is, well, is multilingualism good for you? So I want to address this topic upfront, whether speaking more than one language might be, or at least having more than one language might have some consequences about your well-being at a personal and social and cultural level. Okay, so this is it. This is the program for the course, and let's just go to some kind of house cleaning operation. So I'm going to send you a homework. You have it on Nestor. First, please read the syllabus so that you get an idea of what's in store for the course. And also, you will see in the syllabus that you have a first reading there, Grosjean 2010. Please read that reading for discussion. That's the first thing that you have to do. Then for the seminar on Friday, please look at homework 0. Homework 0, which is has the title My Thoughts Before the Course, is very important. Just read it and do it, and please hand it in by Friday. For next Wednesday, you have the first homework 1. Homework 0 is not going to be graded, but homework 1 is going to, but it's important that you do it, and homework 1 is going to be graded. The homework 1 is take a moment to do the linguistic portrait of you, your family, or a family you know if you're a private or boarding person. And you please do it in the way that I have presented to you here, the same way that I have made a linguistic portrait and psychosocial portrait and historical portrait of these subjects that we have looked at. So you are invited to do the same, and that will be for Wednesday next week. Okay. And then for next week, also read the second week reading, which is Senos 2014, and prepare the questions for seminar. From now on, you are going to have a reading and questions associated with the reading, because part of this course includes the academic ability of extracting information from technical readings, relevant information. So you will learn how to ignore irrelevant, as for the purposes, the present purposes, irrelevant information, and how to identify and extract relevant information, and then for the whole of this course, you will have reading questions for that. The purpose being to train you into being able to face any kind of technical, very technical and updated piece of scientific research and extract the information that is important for the purpose of the course. Okay, so all of these, you have documents on Nestor. Please click and just if you have any questions, please bring them to class. Otherwise, we'll meet in class. And in class, because this is the lecture for the class, so what I want you to do for class is to, for seminar, is to come up with questions. Any questions that you have about this material that I have presented to you, and any questions that you have about the homework. And I will explain to you what is to do with the readings and the reading questions that you are provided in the next video. Okay, so see you on Friday.